Time is money, and one Florida woman is taking a packaged food company to court over just that. Now, Amanda Ramirez is suing Kraft Heinz specifically, for misleading advertising based on the amount of time it takes to make Easy Mac, one of my personal faves, don't judge me. Now, let's get to the details and what the lawsuit entails. Ready in 3.5 minutes is printed on the box, which is the amount of time the product takes to cook in a microwave. However, the suit says it takes more time to complete the other required steps, like opening the little package of the dry powdered cheese, for instance. Consumers seeing ready in 3.5 minutes will believe it represents the total amount of time it takes to prepare the product, the suit states. Meaning from the moment it is unopened to the moment it is ready for consumption. Now, this is how the lawsuit describes the cooking process, and I have done extensive research on this myself, and I believe this to be correct. First, consumers must remove lid and cheese sauce pouch. This is true. Next, they must add water to fill line in cup and then stir, also true. By the way, I have a little bit of a hack here. You should go a little above the fill line if you want it to be cheesier. Third, microwave uncovered on high for 3.5 minutes, do not drain. So the 3.5 minutes is just the microwave time, okay?
Yeah.
There are more steps. Finally, they should stir in contents of cheese sauce pouch.
Nobody saw that coming.
Defendant then notes that cheese sauce will thicken upon standing. You do have to wait for it to thicken.
Oh, well, that takes time. I mean, now the clock's really running, okay?
Now, Amanda Ramirez accuses the company of price gouging based on this false advertising.
Why is that price gouging? Maybe it's time gouging.
I'll tell you. As a result of the false and misleading representations, the product is sold at a premium price, approximately no less than $10.99 for 8 2.39 ounce cups.
That's a premium price?
Hey, listen, times are tough, Uygur.
I hear you, but I'm thinking of going and getting some right now.
No, let me just, listen, let me finish this and then I'll tell you what I think. Excluding tax and sales, higher than similar products represented in a non-misleading way, and higher than it should be sold for absent the misleading representations and omissions. Okay, this lawsuit is nonsense. Let's just call it what it is. It's nonsense, okay? It would be hilarious if she won. I don't think she will. With that said, I love Easy Mac. Can't get enough of it. In fact, will not buy it because I will eat all of it. Like, I just will. I used to make myself a little Easy Mac right before the show during the pandemic. I started packing on some pounds, so I had to cool it. Not the healthiest thing to eat.
So I've talked about this before. I went at 15 years of like pretty much starvation wages, and so I had four basic food groups, and mac and cheese was one of them. The others were cereal, sandwiches, and Hot Pockets. Okay, so the normal nutritious diet of a starving talk show host, right? So I have a personal vested interest in protecting mac and cheese. So, all right, look, guys. She's not gonna win. This is absurd. Not, by the way, a lot of lawsuits that sound frivolous aren't necessarily frivolous, like that the hot coffee one.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yep.
Right. So, and there's a whole documentary about that, and you can watch it. And so there was a legitimate point in that one. But some of the frivolous lawsuits that sound frivolous actually are frivolous.
Yes.
Okay, and massively frivolous. And this appears to be one of those. Now, look, the 3.5 minutes. Does she have them? Well, technically, since it takes 3.5 minutes to microwave, it clearly can't be prepared in 3.5 minutes by definition, right?
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean you win the case. What are your damages?
Well,
right?
She's only, look, to be fair to her, she's only seeking $5 million.
Oh, okay, to be fair.
So it seems fair. Seems totally fair.
Yeah, because
also, you don't have to stand by the microwave as it's zapping your Easy Mac cup.
Oh, you go. That's true. You can do the other steps while the microwave is going. Nobody thought of that. Okay.
Some of the other steps, but not all of them. Or like go live your life for 3.5 minutes and come back. Okay, it won't cost you a dime.
And her, I guess her case here is, well, since I spent the extra minute and a half making the Easy Mac and Cheese, if I had known that and other customers had known that, we wouldn't have paid 1099, we would have paid 1097. Or whatever she thinks people would have paid for that. And then that adds up. This is an office space. They're not trying to take the extra cent from you and then have all the cents pile up. People are paying about $10.99 for that product.
Can we just discuss why frivolous lawsuits get filed?
Oh yeah.
Well, first, I loved the response from Kraft Heinz, where they just say, we are aware of this frivolous lawsuit and we will strongly defend against the allegations in the complaint. Cool. The reason why these frivolous lawsuits get filed is because oftentimes it's more expensive for the company dealing with the frivolous lawsuit to fight said frivolous lawsuit. And literally to save money, they'll just settle. They'll just be like, all right, whatever, here, we'll settle, just go away, right?
Yep, happens all the time.
It happens all the time. So in this case, they're gonna fight it because she's asking for freaking $5 million. It's not a joke.
So, and they want to set an example and they take a very egregious case and then publicize it.
Exactly, yep.
So that's why you're seeing this in the news, because Kraft is publicizing it. And so there might be legitimate cases against them, employers, whatever it might be, who knows, right? Employees, but they want to highlight the most ridiculous one, right? So understand how this game is played. And lawyers have done amazing things in the past, like suing the bejesus out of tobacco and OxyContin to get justice for people and to get money back for the victims of those industries, et cetera. I wish they would do that with oil, and some of them are thinking about it in regards to climate change. But yes, there are ambulance chasers, okay? And so people who file frivolous lawsuits professionally because they think they're not gonna wanna fight this. Let's just grab this much money and that much money. And sometimes the numbers are pretty huge because otherwise they're gonna drag it out in court until it costs them millions to fight it, right? So then those lawyers go and find people and they dangle that carrot in front of them or that easy mac and cheese in front of them.
Yeah.
Go, it'll be just 3.5 minutes, don't worry, okay? and then the person thinks, oh my God, I'm gonna hit a jackpot, right?
Yep.
But if you're that person, if you're that lawyer, you're already a lost cause, right? But if you're that person, don't do it. Be moral.
Totally.
Like in this case, who cares about Kraft, right? They're a big company, they can handle themselves. But still, it's the immoral thing to do. It's the immoral thing to do, to lie and to do this and waste the court's time, waste everybody's time. And by the way, delegitimize actual lawsuits that need to be adjudicated.
Totally.
By doing this trash. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.